because you're like, yo, Frozen's so good, or whatever. Oh yeah, there's my little scripty. Also, I just want to make sure the camera isn't getting whacked by our little fort blanket. We might need to do a refording soon. It's probably also good to take down this fort so my roommates don't get pissed that they can't use our living room. Oops. Let's talk about today's movie. Today's movie is a Disney modern classic. Perfect winter watch when you need something warm with the fam, the chosen fam, or your pets. Let's talk about Frozen. As last time, I'm going to go over a summary and read the bullet point synopsis I wrote for the movie. And then we'll talk about some of my quick opinions right before we say farewell or good night, or whatever makes sense for you at the time you're watching this video. And I'm going to have themed triggers for the movie again, so I hope you enjoy those as they come in and out. Now let's get started. The movie begins in a winter landscape. Buff people use their saws and hooks to cut blocks of ice from a frozen lake. They're singing about the ice. They load the ice blocks onto their sled and they ride off. A young boy named Kristoff, we don't know that yet, works alongside the adults with his reindeer buddy, trying to cut and carry the ice with his child sled. It's pretty damn cute if you're into that sort of thing. But if you don't like sweet things, then I guess you hate it. Next, we find ourselves in a castle with two princesses. They're both children. And one of them, Anna, is trying to wake up her sleeping sister, Elsa. She wants to play, and Elsa at first pushes her away until Anna suggests, "Do you want to build a snowman?" Elsa is like, "Yeah, because who doesn't want to build a snowman?" They run downstairs to their castle, and Elsa reveals to us, the moviegoers, the viewers at home, that she's got some magical ice powers. She shoots ice and snow into the air and it starts to snow inside. They build their snowman and name him Olaf. Now, child Elsa is feeling herself. She's shooting ice magics everywhere, making little piles of snow. And Anna, dumb child that she is, runs right into one of Elsa's ice spurts. Gets hit right in the noggin. This knocks her out, and some of her hair turns white. Elsa cries out, and their parents come to find their now unconscious and cold daughter, Anna. The king and queen grab Anna and Elsa and race into the mountain on horses. As the royals gallops out of the city, they pass the little boy from the start of the movie, and he follows them. To a quiet clearing in the deep woods. The clearing is filled with mossy boulders. The king beckons the boulders for their help, who all jump to life. It turns out that they are trolls. One of the trolls notices the boy and his reindeer, who we learn are named Kristoff and Sven. This troll, named Bolda, creative, decides to adopt them after Sven gives her a loving lick. Who doesn't love a lick? The trolls and the royals talk. They are able to save Anna, but Papa Troll Guy advises that Elsa should avoid using her powers around Anna for a while. Then he uses his rocky troll magic to alter Anna's memories so she no longer can remember that Elsa has powers. this traumatic event from her memory as well. Then he tells Elsa to be careful as she gets older and her magics grow more powerful. Then they go back to the castle. The king and queen, they go overboard. They separate Elsa and Anna and no longer allow visitors in the castle. But because Anna lost her memory of Elsa's power, she has no clue why Elsa is not allowed to play with her. And this is what we call a sad time. The princesses grow older. Anna becomes a normie princess, and Elsa keeps leveling up. She's especially magical when she has big feelings. Then disaster strikes when the queen and king perish suddenly in a storm and literally go overboard. After the funeral, Anna wants to grieve with Elsa, but Elsa is afraid of her powers and doesn't talk with Anna. 3 years pass, and Elsa is an adult now. The castle prepares to crown her queen, and dignitaries from around the world come to visit. Among these visitors is the Duke of Weselton, who you can imagine is there to make that bag. Anna gets pumped about the festivities and runs around the town, bumping into a handsome man named Hans, Duke of some such. They cute. The city and guests then gather for the coronation. Oh, my bunched up leggies. They ache. Elsa is wearing gloves at the coronation, but she removes them for the ceremony until she notices the tip of the crown starting to ice over. She then puts gloves back on and hurries the procedure along. Later, they are all partying. I guess we get past the weird crown awkwardness and we're now just like partying. Weasel Duke wants to dance with Elsa, but she pushes Anna off on him. But they dance, it's goofy, everyone has a great time. Elsa and Anna even are cozying up. Anna suggests they hang out more. Elsa's like, yeah, and then becomes a weirdo. Says no and doesn't tell her why. But all's good because Anna's got the eyes of cute Hans McCutie Dookie. And then they dance and they make out or whatever. Have a whole little romantic evening. They even go for a walk around town, at which point Hans proposes. Little soon, if you ask me. Anna and Hans return to the party where Anna asks for Elsa's blessing in the marriage. Elsa's looking a little glum, perhaps realizing what a jerk she's been to her sister. But she's shocked by this news, and she says, no, this guy, too soon, bad news, you know. But once Anna asks about marrying Hans, oh, I already said that, because I got ahead of my scripty. Anyway, Elsa kind of freaks out. She's like, no, you can't do it. Let's go talk in private. Anna's like, blah, and then Anna freaks out. So Elsa ends the party early, but she is getting emotional, which we know ain't good for an icy bitch. So then, yikes, ensues. She starts icing everybody. She runs away, and the kingdom freezes over as a result. This makes some dukes freak out, and Weasel Boy demands they send people to get her back, but Anna insists that she be the one to go find Elsa. So she leaves handsome Hans in charge and goes into the wilderness. But Anna's a princess. She's got no wilderness skills, and she almost gets froze. Luckily, she connects with the now grown Kristoff and Sven, who join her for the journey to find Elsa. After a day or so, they enter a frozen glen and meet a talking snowman. He introduces himself as Olaf. This jogs Anna's broken memories, and she remembers building Olaf when she and Elsa were young. Anna explains that they're looking for Elsa, and Olaf takes them to her. Elsa's new home is a baddie ice castle. She is thrilled to see Anna, but then fears harming her, so asks her to leave. At this point, Olaf barges in. Apparently, Elsa didn't realize he was out there, and she is momentarily stunned. Because this means her powers can give life. But god powers are unimportant, apparently, because on we roll. Anna explains that the kingdom is frozen now. Elsa doesn't know what to do. She refuses to return with Anna. She refuses to go back and solve the problem together, and accidentally shoots an ice spell that hits Anna right in the heart. Now, I didn't say this earlier, but that is what Paw Patrol says at the beginning of the movie can be lethal. Hit in the noggin, totally fine. Hit in the heart, might die. Just like guns. She refuses to return with Anna to solve the problem. Hits Anna in the heart, but she doesn't quite realize it, so she creates a giant ice creature that Olaf calls Marshmallow. The giant kicks Anna and Kristoff and Sven out, and Olaf ends up joining them too. As they make their way, Kristoff notices that the cave of the blanket fort is getting smaller. The giant kicks Kristoff and Sven out. They all make their way away. But Anna's hair is turning white. She ain't looking too good. Luckily, Sven and Kristoff got family called rock trolls. They're excited to see Anna, but it is, kind of a mixed bag deal, because they're like, oh, she's dying. Only an act of true love will set her free. So, knowing that Anna needs a act of pure love to save her life, they race back to Arendelle, because maybe Hans can save her as the one who says he loves her and proposed all too soon. But they race back, and meanwhile, at Arendelle, Hans is helping give shelter to the citizens. He doesn't seem like a bad dude so far. But then Anna's horse returns without Anna. Hans and Weasel Duke send out a search party to be led by Hans. Find Anna or Elsa and get them back. But Weasel sends two of his own with the search party. Weasel sends two of his own goons with the search party, and he orders them to kill Elsa if they do find her. The party eventually finds Elsa, and Hans tries to convince her to return, but then the Weasel thugs screw up any chance to talk it out. When they attack. The ice giant, though, comes to Elsa's rescue. The giant beats them up, but it's still quite a fight, and in the end, a huge ice chandelier. That's why you don't put those in your homes, folks. Well, it falls down from the ceiling, and it knocks Elsa out. Elsa wakes up back in Arendelle, but she's imprisoned now. Hans arrives to her cell and pleads with her to end the icy curse placed on the kingdom. Elsa's like, I don't know how, but she tries to explain that she should be let go so she can at least live far away from people and not be a harm. Then Anna and Kristoff arrive. Anna's looking grim, so she's brought to Hans, where he's told to kiss her so that she'll be able to survive. The castle staff leave the room, because, kisses are for Anna's plan was to marry into a throne. And now he'll just let Anna die and then kill Elsa, claiming Arendelle for himself. Which is why kisses are okay in public rooms now. Because of treachery. So says Disney. I'm not making this up. Hans then goes to Weasel Duke and others, and he spreads the lie that Elsa has frozen Anna and she must be killed. Meanwhile, Elsa breaks from her shackles with her ice powers. Far away from the castle, she and the sad boy, Kristoff and Sven. Wait, not she, just the sad boy, Kristoff and Sven, excuse me. Basically, they look back at Arendelle longingly, but they see that ice powers are afoot. It looks like a storm's a brewing. And as the chaos grows, Olaf in the castle now finds Anna, and quickly, to his own detriment, lights up blazing fire in the room. Because it's a castle, it's got a fireplace, y'all. To heat Anna up. This gives Anna some hope. Maybe she and Kristoff can survive. Maybe Kristoff can save her. This helps Anna a little bit, and then Olaf gasses Anna up, saying how much Kristoff cared about getting Anna back safely. This makes Anna think that maybe 5 minutes into this video, but really much longer because I stopped recording already, right? This makes, you gotta take a break, you know? This makes Anna think that maybe Kristoff can save her with his love. Anna stumbles out into the growing storm to find Kristoff, but it's icy. She ends up on the frozen icy river. Unaware of each other, Elsa is also out there. Hans comes upon Elsa, though, in this icy little tundra storm situation. She tells him to back off. She's already leaving, bro. But he says, no, I came to make you feel bad. Your magic has killed Anna. This is a lie, but it hardcore burns Elsa right out. She collapses in grief, and all the snow and crap in the air suddenly freeze in place. Wowzer. This atmospheric change allows Anna to find Kristoff, but as she approaches, she looks over to see that Hans is about to stab her sister, Elsa. Anna rushes over and jumps in front of Hans's blade, getting stabbed in the heart. She turns to a statue of ice on the spot, and the blade is shattered. Kristoff and Sven arrive next just in time to see Elsa break down in tears, hugging her sister's ice sculpture. But then Anna's form melts and turns human again. What? Turns out that saving Elsa was Anna's act of true love. A little twist for you. Elsa then realizes she can end the eternal winter with love or whatever, and things are fine. And she goes back to getting to run her dictatorship. And that is Frozen. Now, like all Disney movies, there's some weird parental deaths, fucked up shit. But I ain't gonna lie, I do like this movie a lot. Not only does it have a lot of fun drag queen anthems, and the animation is pretty great, but it's a really nice twist on the story. The act of true love story that Disney always tells is, I mean, forget even heteronormative, it is always the same type of love. And this shift to familial love and the act of love not being a profession of attraction, but actually self-sacrifice, is good. It's a good message for kids to have. It's probably good for kids with siblings, but also just how to not be a dick on the playground, you know? So, for those reasons, we give it a good old 8 out of 10. You know, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it a I liked it. Yeah. viewers perhaps will come back just for a few minutes to chill. Thank you for watching and listening to this movie talk ASMR video. I hope you enjoyed hanging out and the movie chats. I'm thinking about picking some movies that I don't like soon so I can have a more robust opinion section of the videos. Because so far I've just picked movies where I am like, yeah, it's good, you should watch it, and that ain't as fun as getting a little saucy. So we're working on it, but I've already shot a few videos, so it's gonna be a few more videos I like